common issue that we have when we work out a lot, or just the nature of the way we work in general, is that we get shoulder injuries. And a lot of these shoulder injuries are caused by a lot of what we do during our workday. We sit down a lot, we hunch over. So I know at times I'll have shoulder problems where I'll have some pain, and a lot of people that I work with, they have shoulder pain. So there's a couple of kind of stretching exercises I like to do that really help and helps mitigate the shoulder pain. And if you keep implementing these every day, eventually you'll kind of relearn the fascia, which is the covering on your muscles, and it will stretch it back. And if you're cognizant of how you're keeping your shoulders, it will bring those shoulders back, open up that AC joint there, and help get rid of the pain. So let me go through a few of them. One of them that I like to do is I can take a PVC pipe. Now, put my arms across where it's over my head, and it's about, say, 8 inches above my head, give or take. And then what I'll do is I'll bring it slowly all the way back to here. And I'll bring it back. And I'll feel that nice stretch in my AC joint. I'll kind of bring it back. And I'll run through a few of those. It feels good at the beginning. It's a little rough, but it feels good. And another little stretch I'll do using the PVC pipe, I'll take it, I'll bring it around my back, take my one arm and bring it and hold it here. Then slide this arm down, and then what I'll do is I'll pull up, just so I can feel a little stretch on that shoulder, in the joint there. Not too much, I don't want to overdo it, but stretch it, release it. Bring it up, stretch it, release it. And then what I'll do is I'll switch sides, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'll go through about 5 or 6 of them, and hold it for a few seconds each. Another little stretch you could do is you could kind of grab it, and you could grab it either way, but what you do is you could take the elbow, bring it across, and kind of stretch it that way. That's another little stretch you could do on your joint. You know, you don't want to do too much, and you want to watch that wrist. You want to make sure it's comfortable for you. And that's it. And then you can switch it on the other side too. You kind of just feel that little stretch. You just kind of take it and stretch like that. So I'd go through about 5 each side, hold it for a few seconds each. So this is a cheap piece of PVC. You could get it anywhere, hardware store. Okay, another kind of good little quick exercise I do is called a stick up. And you can either do it standing up, but what I'll do is I'll do it down and get a nice little leg stretch as I'm doing it. So I'll get into butterfly stance, and I'll get here. And what you want to do is you want to keep your elbows along the wall as you're going up, and go up as high as you can, and bring your arms together and do as many of those as you feel that you want to do. I do maybe around 10 to 12, and that kind of helps get your joint back. It keeps your shoulders back, gets that joint knowing to open up for you. If you have that slumping issue, you do a few of those. Now, one final thing I like to do, I like to use a lacrosse ball. Now, if I really have a problem area in my shoulder, I'll take this lacrosse ball, I'll put it up against a wall, and I'll work it in that joint. Bring the arm out and kind of work it in there. And I'll do this for a good 30 seconds to a minute, you know. Just keep working in there. Get that fascia and those adhesions broken up in there. And then what I'll do is I'll roll it over the whole deltoid. Sometimes I'll even go to the back of the shoulder and work it in the back too. You'll feel it. You'll feel it'll be kind of tough a little bit, and you'll definitely feel it as you're doing it. And then I'll roll it back. And and I'll do this for a few minutes at a time. And then of course I'll switch to the other side and do the same thing. But I work longer on the shoulder that you're having issues with, unless you're having issues with both shoulders. Do about the same amount of time on it. So anyway, I do these type of exercises. I do them every morning when I wake up. I'm waking up, and it's helped my shoulders immensely. So if you have shoulder issues, I would try to implement these simple exercises and see how it works for you. Okay? And let me know how you feel and hit my website, everstrength.com. Thanks.